Well, hello. I'm starting a little bit early with this live stream, give people a chance to get here. So sorry, that was the microphone. So I'll more formally start this thing in 5 minutes, but I just thought I would give everyone a chance to get here. So far, I see 2 people are here. And yeah, just something I started doing a few years ago. I also noticed my Parker Quink Washable Blue is out of its box. So let's put that back in before I knock it over. I think the cardboard box is at least some protection if I knock it over. I'm getting enthusiastic talking about something. So we're down to 1 viewer now, but that's okay. Somebody decided, panels, run away. But anyway, hopefully my audio is good. Hello, ODE. Glad to see Lisbon represent. Shane, welcome. Just good to have all of you here. I'm hoping the chat will go along with this live stream. Sometimes I question whether it does or not. California, welcome. DR, main man, welcome. So, hey, we're up to 6 videos or 6 views, so that's all to the good. I'm looking over here because my screen is over here, but I will, excuse me. For some reason, I started coughing, so we'll talk about that too. But anyway, hey, Saskatchewan is here. Glad to have you. Najid Ahmad, glad to have you. Tim Drode. And yes, we'll pop this comment up because this is worth seeing. So ODE has done several videos. One I have not seen yet on the new piston filling Kaweco Sport. I was going to get mine out for this video, and then I forgot all about it until now. Not my modern one. I have an old one from the 1960s. So I'll have to get that out some other time. But yeah, he has a lot of videos on the piston filling Kaweco Sport. He was also on Apple Boom Pens, I think. That's a video I have not seen yet, but as an expert on the Kaweco line. So yeah, I was pretty excited to see that they are going for a piston filling pen. I am not the collector of Kaweco Sports like ODE is, but I do appreciate them, and I do own several. I'm more of a fan of their vintage pens, but the fact that they went for a piston filler, I think, was a smart move. I think the company has been smart. For those who don't know, they went out of business at one point and were resurrected, and they've just slowly been building themselves up as a solid pen maker. I like their Kaweco Dia. Was it Kaweco Dia 2? I'm actually, I have one hiding here, a Kaweco that I'll show you all in a bit. That I filmed the writing sample of its first impression. I haven't filmed the rest. Well, got another celebrity present. Hello, Chris Sains. And then we have, okay. Let's say more expert than me. I do not know lots about Kaweco. Just kind of the general outlines of their history. So we're up to 13 viewers. Again, I came on 5 minutes early to give people a chance to get here, and then at 1:30 when I'm supposed to start, I'll do my official beginning. So while we're waiting for 1:30 to hit, there's been a dire predictions of a blizzard. Well, it's not looking very blizzardy out there. I mean, some weather reports were saying as much as 23 inches of snow, which multiply that by 2.54 to get roughly how many centimeters it is. But do I have a calculator over here? No, I do not. But anyway, yeah, it didn't happen. 2 inches on the ground, maybe. I don't know. It's supposed to be cold and windy, but yeah, for a blizzard, a little bit of a letdown. They even moved prom. Prom was supposed to be Saturday night. It got moved to Friday night just in case the blizzard started, and it didn't. So all that panic and worry over nothing. It just fizzled, but that's how it goes with weather. Um, all right, so 5 minutes in, we're up to 12 viewers, and now this should be about 1:30. My clock is, I just realized I have not set for the new time because here in the US we do daylight savings time, so I need to set it to 1:30 instead of 2:30, but or 12:30. But anyway, I want to welcome everybody to my live stream. I jumped in a little bit early to give people a chance to join in. It's I gave a topic that's what was on my mind when I scheduled this thing, but who knows where it will lead. That's how these live streams go. Part of the fun of that is the way the weather, or I'm sorry, the way the discussion goes, because it's live. Who knows who's going to drop in? We have 2 pen celebrities here, so that's exciting. So, speaking of Sahara Desert, I have read that the dust from the storms in the Sahara Desert can get around the world, which is interesting. Welcome, Jeff. Glad to have you. Thank you. Just a sweater. I'm one of those people that, excuse me, doesn't like to buy clothes. And you can ask my mother. I was the same as a kid, and I wasn't paying for them back then. I hated clothes shopping. I still hate clothes shopping, so I don't clothes shop. And then all of a sudden, everything I have is getting holes. And shoot, I got a clothes shop. So, and of course, my small town used to have 2 clothing stores, and now it has 0. And neither does the nearby city, at least for men. So I'm down to ordering online unless I want to go 3 hours one way to buy clothes. So it's about a 180-mile trip to Bismarck or to Rapid City if I want to buy clothes in a store. So I've been doing more online shopping for clothes. I try to support local businesses, but I just can't. So that is that. Glad to have you. And we have Shibo, sorry. And if I mispronounce names, I apologize. Correct me. If you know my last name, you know that a lot of people get my last name wrong. So I am totally down with the concept of me mispronouncing names. I get it. I may be doing it. So I wrote as a topic here, and again, it's more of a suggested topic, that I want to talk a little bit about decluttering pens. So I've been doing that. So I'll tell you what I do. I have most of my pens are stored. Let's see if I can protect my privacy here. But most of my pens, oh yes, there's a little stuff on the floor there that I need to move. But it's there right now because I'm in the middle of something. But most of my pens live there. And some repair projects are on top. So again, protecting a little bit of my privacy because, and there's my my gut. Okay, so pardon my face. There's the rest of my face. But anyway, I put most of my pens in that case, and then I take them out, go through, use them, clean them, then put them back. I've gotten very good at cleaning since Christmas. At Christmas, I had a ton of pens laying beside the sink to clean because I'd be like, well, we'll just clean this later. And then later, more pens were added, and the job just got bigger and bigger. And then I just, no. So I forced myself to do it over the holiday break. I did a few at a time and got through it by the end of the break. And, but anyway, I have been, as I use my pens, I'm like, do I want to keep that? So I've got like a halfway house, which is what used to be where I stored my pens. It's a leather case. So I've been moving ones that are questionable into the halfway house. So some of my latest pens that have been showing up or that I filmed and you haven't seen yet are in the halfway house. I'm trying to decide, do I miss it? A couple of them, the answer has been yes. My Platinum 3776 of the music nib was in there, but brought it out to do a revisit and remembered, oh yeah, I really like this pen. So that one's out of the halfway house. I've got another here that's going back in the halfway house. This is Sailor Regulus. So I did film a revisit of it writing sample part. I have not filmed the talking part, but as I've used it, I put it in the roll of my Lamy 2000 for a whole week. And yeah, it was a decent pen, but I like the Lamy 2000 better. So Barbara asks, how many pens do I have? I'm scared to know. I've never counted. And I think I'm happier not counting. I think I would be embarrassed and horrified at myself if I counted. Kind of the same way with ink, but I've been good with ink. I haven't bought ink in years, except to replace my Parker Quink washable blue. Been slowly working my way through different colors of ink. So I have a few that I concentrate on at a time. And yeah. So Jeff says, oh, okay, not just me. Yeah. The decluttering. So a lot of my pens are lower cost because that's the market I'm in. I have a lot of used pens too that I repair. So I gave some away at school to some seniors, and the lower cost ones. I have a few that I would sell rather than just give away because they're too nice to give away. They cost too much. I just either lost interest in them or found out other pens I liked better. And so anyway, the low cost ones, I put a bag of them in my desk at school, and I have here at home, they're in a little classier cardboard box, just as something to give away. So yeah, I am more discerning. My interest is more vintage, but as you'll see when I flip the camera down, I do have some new pens that I bought that are not vintage. Looking over here up some upcoming reviews. I got sent a few, which was interesting, that were vintage. So that was kind of exciting. I'm looking forward to trying those out. Need to film another writing sample, but probably not today. Today I'm going to try to film next week's pens in use because once again I failed to get it done. So I'm going to just film it today. But I'm going to give you all a quick look at what is currently inked. And this will be a preview of some coming attractions. And I'm going to solicit some repair advice because I don't know how to fix this pen. So I'll put these on so I can see what I'm actually looking at. I'll flip the camera down. And no, that's right. That is exactly how I want it. Except for one small problem. There we go. Problem solved. Woo. All right, so I even filmed a video on this. This is an inkless pen that I was using to do some math. So just snork it in there. I have, till I broke the lead off, I have my Staedtler Raleigh pencil. Lamy 2000, of course. I might even write with some of these here. I have, this is out of my halfway house. This is a Visconti Mirage. Nice pen, very attractive pen. I guess I can't get that close to this. But other pens I like better. This is one I would try to sell rather than give away, by the way. Glad to have you here, Sajjad Hussein. I'm doing a live stream. I'm talking a little bit about decluttering, but then I'm also showing some currently inked pens, and including some upcoming videos. Nothing vintage inked up right at the moment, which is unusual for me. This is probably the coolest pen I've bought this year. I have not seen a rainbow design I like, and then I saw this one. I'm like, whoa, that is really, really nice looking. And then, of course, I have my Sailor Regulus that I held up earlier. It looks like a product of the 70s, and who knows, maybe it is. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, we got Connecticut representing. It's which is part of the fun. We're in a time when we can hear from Connecticut and talk to North Dakota. Yeah, the vintage pens, that's my real passion. So these two were in a halfway house. They were a bit of a surprise when I got them because I did not know what a Fude nib was. So when I got them, I'm like, wait, who dropped these on the floor? I have not filmed the video on them yet, but I will. They're just interesting. And I've seen the Fude nibs show up a lot on Chinese pens. This is a wet beast. This is my, what the heck is it? Pelican Style. Can't remember if I showed this comment yet. Oh, I did. But yeah, that's my joy in vintage pens, is restoring them. You know, here's an interesting one I restored with its sack. I need to film a video on it. It's a lever filling glass pen. I'm not a fan of glass nibs, but you know what? There she be. This was in the halfway. No, it wasn't. Never mind. This was not in the halfway house. This one is a Sailor 1911 standard size with a zoom nib, which is a lot of fun. And I've got Sailor apricot ink in it too. This one must not be inked up because I don't remember writing with it. How about this was in the halfway house? Although I see it's leaking something. Anyway, this is a 360-degree pen that I don't think I cleaned out well last time. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. You like how I muted you there? You didn't have to hear that. Wendy, Sue, welcome. Glad to have you here. Yeah, I'm trying to do one of these a month. I just can never exactly predict which Sunday of the month it's going to be. And I have this Kaweco. Shoot, I just reviewed it too. Anyway, a Kaweco of some kind, not Perkeo. Doggone. I'll remember as soon as I get off the camera. It's kind of a fun one because it can be a pocket pen or a full-sized pen. And my Pilot Custom Heritage 92, a keeper for sure. And then I have this one, which is in my Supra. Thank you. We've got two people. Supra. And yes, that's my goal. This is one of those pens that was very cool when I bought it. This is a Monteverde. Well, it's a Monteverde. Regatta Sport. Sorry, Regatta Sport. It has carbon fiber in it, which is cool. I did a project in college relating to nanofibers, which is a type of carbon fiber, nanotubes and such. But anyway, this is magnetic. And I thought, well, it's one that I used a lot when I first got it, and then I sort of lost interest, and I haven't really used it too much lately. I think I'm going to sneeze again, so we will just mute all of you so you don't get blasted out. Must be something over here by the window. Anyway, that's what's currently inked. Those are my different projects. You might even see me write with one or two of them. But I wanted to solicit some advice, so I'm going to move the microphone here for a second. So sorry about the noise, but I think Sajjad Hussein is right. What I've discovered is there is such a thing as too much. You have so much that to the point that you can't enjoy what you have. And that's where I kind of got with pens and inks. So this isn't the most breathtakingly beautiful paper, but I want to show you this pen. This is one I would probably give away if I could fix it or figure out how to fix it. So this is a Jinhao of some kind. I forget the exact model. No, it isn't. It's a pen BBS. But oh, there's the model 458, 455, something like that. I don't, it's shiny. I am having trouble reading shiny stuff. Let's see here. 456. How about that? But anyway, this broke off when I was filling it. And I guess it just slips on there. So I'm going to unscrew the nib unit because you can see where I was cleaning it. But anyway, it just came off of the piston in there. Oops. And I see that you can't see that. Oh, I didn't say guilt or shame. I think curating a collection is more about being able to focus your attention on the things you have. Let's see if I can do this. This isn't my favorite camera, but it's perfect for live streaming. So anyway, you can kind of see the piston in there. It's a vacuum filler. Sure doesn't look like it was moving there, but it is. And I thought, well, maybe I don't need these, but I do. I need these because it won't fill right now. So in the process of cleaning, both of these came off. So if somebody has an idea how to put them back on, I'd love to know how. I think I need to unscrew this piece. I feel like it's glued in. I have not been able to get it to unscrew. So I would love some advice on that. It's not a particularly wonderful pen. It would be on that giveaway list, but boy, putting a re-entry nib in it sure made it a classy combination of a pretty finish and a nice nib. So anyway, any suggestions anybody has, I will take them. But anyway, yes, it is a good pen, and I was the nib, I improved the nib by putting that Nemasine nib on it, but I was disappointed when it came apart like that while cleaning. And those pens are easy to clean. You just kind of suck the ink through a couple of times and we're good. Another thing that has come up I want to experiment with, this is a Pelican Sylvexa. It's leaking ink around the ink window. So I need to figure out how to fix that too. I have some Captain Tollies, and I feel like that's what I need to use. But I also feel like, this pulling, after many years of getting pulled, I think it's pulling apart there. And, it is an old pen. So that's on my list of pens to fix as well. Okay, so yeah, I liked it. So I want to fix it. And okay, a non-standard wrench. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, it is a little flat on the side, so there's probably a tool I can use to grip it somehow. And yeah, then I could take a look at the piston and figure it out. Because as it is, I don't know what to do with that. Oh, this one. Yeah. This one is fine. I haven't written with it in a day or two and it's starting right up. So this one seems to actually have a good seal. It's just not a real thrill. I bought this nib special for it to make it look even cooler. It did make it more fun than the fine nib that it came with, but even so, I don't like the step down. I got bored writing with it. And I don't remember what ink's in it, but anyway. But yeah, it seems to hold a good seal. Same with this Visconti. That's a magnetic cap. Yes. And I'll tell you how to be annoying. Which is what I found myself doing a lot when I was using this pen. I don't know if you've ever sat there at a meeting with somebody who's just going, just stop. Yes, I have a clicky ballpoint. Sue me. Yeah, so I'm not a huge fan of them. Okay, I don't have a small adjustable wrench, but that might be something to add to my collection. Oh, no worries. We're not all together in the same room, and we've got this combination of talking and reading, and me trying to read the screen as it appears. So yeah, it just gets confusing. I see we're up to 23 people watching, so that's exciting. Again, I hope the live chat is going to appear beside this afterwards. Anyways, you got to see that one right. Let's see this bad boy right. This just a second. I forgot already. Not regatta. Supra. Fire Blue Supra. I like the fire blue finish, but this is not amazing paper, so don't get upset here. Yeah, I like this. I let somebody use it the other day and they said, "Whoa, that's a really nice pen." Kaweco's nibs have improved since I started buying Kawecos years ago with my first Kaweco Sport. This is the Pelican style. Yeah. This is a very sopping wet pen. I haven't decided if that's a bug or a feature yet. What was the other new one? Oh yeah, this mystery pen, which I'll let you know what it is when I release its video. But one touch I noticed after I filmed my video was the outside even matches the inside in terms of colored bands. So I thought that was a very subtle but intelligent touch. Okay, I see a question here. I've probably answered this. I'm a teacher. I'm used to answering the same question over and over again. You've probably answered this 1,000 times. How did the moniker Squirrel become associated with your name? Ignore if off topic. So let's whip out the Lamy 2000. So I had this girlfriend in college, and we were doing homework together, and I drew a squirrel to make her laugh. And let's see if I can still draw him. I think I usually start with the snout. I haven't drawn him in a while. So you give him a nice stocking cap, some whiskers, nice big squirrel-sized gut, his little paws with ski poles. Give him a nice white belly, and then he needs his big fluffy tail. And of course, skis. So why the squirrel? Well, I was doing a problem in classical mechanics about a skier going down the hill, and it was asking about energy transforms. And usually you draw, and it wanted a free body diagram. So to make her laugh, instead of drawing a free body diagram, which would just be a square to represent the squirrel, I drew a squirrel. And his name was Wasy Squirrel. And when I got myself a YouTube channel, I became Wasy Squirrel. I'm trying to remember. I think most of my social media stuff, like I used to be on some forums and things, I think I was Wasy Squirrel then too. So he's just been part of my life. Ask students at any school I've ever taught at what they remember about me, and it's squirrels. I found out the science teacher in the neighboring town hates squirrels and announced to her class that the science teacher at my school is a fanatic about squirrels. So I had a kid from her school at Science Olympiad asking me if I was the squirrel man. So, yep, that's me. So that's where Wasky Squirrel came from. And Wasky is part of my last name. I have a long Polish last name. Okay, you're welcome. So now the story's out there. I don't know if I've ever drawn him before, but oh, he needs a scarf. I forgot the scarf. I keep looking at him thinking there's something wrong. It's the scarf he's missing. And that is supposed to be a red stocking cap with a white ball on it. So my mother actually sewed me one of these many years ago. I'm going to be right back to anybody jumping in because I'm going to show him to you. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go get him. And if you hear a thump and a scream, I fell down the stairs. Yeah, I shouldn't joke about that because I did actually fall down the stairs once and broke my shoulder. So that was fun. But my stairs are interesting. Anyway, there's Wasky Squirrel, as made by my mother. Oop, a little dust on him. Detachable stocking cap, but he always wears it. His little red scarf. So that's me. So I used to have when I used to rent a house here in town, and then I bought this one. The house I rented had a interesting setup where the front porch was enclosed and heated, and I made it into my guest bedroom and also called it my squirrel room. So I have a lot of squirrel decorations. They were all there. Now they sit in my basement. Yeah, I don't share that story too often. I don't want to bore everybody. Alrighty. Let's see if there's anything else to show while I'm down here. Oh yeah, look at how that bled through. That's cheap paper. Mostly things you've seen before, but I see a couple other upcoming attractions. I'm just turning my chair and I'm going to grab them. Most of these are vintage. Guess what's in there? Okay, I think that's everything. Let me see what's in this box. And then I'll know for sure. Oh, nothing. Okay. So sometime soon, I'm going to review this pen. I have not found a refill for the ballpoint part. The pen is not in there. I'm trying to remember where it is. Not there. Huh. Weird. Okay. Well, anyway, can't have gotten very far. So this in a Kaveco box. Have I bought another Kaveco? No. I didn't buy this either. I traded for it. So this is a Waterman 52 and a half. It's a lever filling pen. The clip is still attached, unlike my own Waterman 52. So I'm very much looking forward to inking this one up and trying it. Probably in my next batch filming. New V16. Tempting. In other vintage excitement, I have, let's put the Lummi 2000 away so I don't accidentally put it with these pens and then lose it. I was sent this. This is a vintage Schaefer. Let me just double check what it's called. Not sure if I'm supposed to share the name, so I won't. A Schaefer Balance OS. And there's a Parker Victory in here. So this is the Schaefer Balance. Another one I'm very excited to ink up and try in my next batch filming. I gotta get through some of these pens, but anyway, the lever and everything works really well, so it's fully restored. Here, what is this one? Linden. This is a Linden pen. Came from my sister-in-law. It's got issues, like right there, it's broken, but I think it'll be okay, and everything inside's in good shape. One little weirdness. Let's put it on the straight lines so you can see it. She's crooked. But this was in her grandmother's house, and when they cleaned out her grandmother's house, it was there. So I think it got stored somewhere hot. What's this? This says Myrna on the cap. So I think it's a Toes Pencala, if I remember correctly, because they had a Myrna. I've got a newer Myrna or two. Here's another Toes Pencala. No, this is a Centro pen. Sorry, I take that back. It has the nice ISCO nib on it, so we will see what that one's like. And then I have, I think this is the Parker. Is this the Parker Victory? No, this is the Bismarck pen. I apologize. I wonder what I did with the Parker Victory, but it's not here. Yes, that's a Bismarck. So this is the famous half and half pen. See how the ballpoint, yeah. See if I can get it. Actually, I'll save the ballpoint for when I review it. I'll show you what's inside of it, but sorry, I can't resist it. So anyway, here's the filling mechanism. And I might have to, before I film my video, figure out how to get at the refill. Because I don't see a way to get at it. Darn it. But anyway, fun, weird pen. Yes, that was a very special pen. I bought it. I traded, what did I trade for it? Oh, Sailor Realo. Yeah, and that was just a gift. Very surprising from a viewer. And yeah, I am, that's what I said. I'm looking forward to writing with it. Parker 45. It does kind of look like, that's why I was misled for a second thinking this is the Parker Victory, but it's not. So it's a Bismarck, whatever that is. And oh yeah, we do have refills. The side of the packages. Oh, here we go. Oh. Okay. So apparently there's a puller, yeah. So if you see a refill like this, let me know. But I have the feeling I will not be reviewing the ballpoint part of this pen. So just a odd pen. And those of you who know much about North Dakota may know that the capital of North Dakota is Bismarck. So, oh yeah, I was sent this, which is it's a pilot. I can't remember what it's called, but I have it written down. With a very familiar looking nib. And whatever this is. Don't remember the story behind this. It does come with an empty cartridge, though. So what is it? Don't know. But it's not the missing Parker Victory. Yeah, the Sailor Realo, I mean, it's a nice pen, but it just wasn't for me. Didn't do much for me. I'm just going to take a quick peek at the nib, see if I can remember the story here. Hard 14 karat. What does that say? Ferme, Fermi. And then there's a 3231 on it. Okay. So I don't know what this pen is. I don't remember buying it. Maybe it was sent to me. Mystery pen, I guess. Oh, you're not talking about this pen. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So Pilot Custom Black Stripes. That's original name. Oh, what else we have here? This is just a plain old Pilot, I think 70. I want to review. So not very vintage, but older. I've got two here in the pencil cup that are, what's this one? One's a Stadler, one is a Bulgarian, but I can't remember its brand. And I think I've shown this one before, President. I might have even filmed a video on that and haven't released it, so don't know why it's there. And then crazy, but just a cheap Chinese pen, older Chinese pen, but I really like it. And then I have a couple newer pens that aren't as exciting. Like I was talked into buying the Jinhao or Lamy, not Lamy, something 80. Jinhao, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, haven't inked it up yet. I was looking at the finish and wondering if there was a crack in it, but I don't think so. And I haven't heard of cracking, so I'll get around to filming that one of these days. And then probably it'll go in the giveaway pile. And then I just have a couple random pens floating around. I was looking for a purple pen. I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it, so I bought this. Let's see, what's it called? Assvine Purple Forest. So just a purple pen because I wanted a purple pen to go with my collection. Let's see, what else do we have here? Yeah, that is a nice looking nib. It kind of reminds me of the Pilot E95S. I think the president is not Spanish. I think it's from, if I'm remembering right, this one is from South America. I want to say Argentina. If this is the one you're talking about. Oh, my. Oh, that's just packaging, I hope. Yeah, I think that's just packaging. Ooh, scary for a second. Or maybe it's not. Maybe I'm thinking of a different pen. Oh, here we go. I need my loop. Sorry, gonna go off screen again. wasn't planning on doing. I have it upside down. Wasn't planning on pulling it out. So it says President Patent Registered. ND Co. And a model number, but there's no indication of where this president was made. And the nib is pretty generic. So yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, I do have an Argentine pen here that I want to review soon. I don't know why I haven't yet, honestly. I thought it was it, but I guess not. Oh, it's here somewhere. Yeah, I think this is my Argentine pen. Yeah, it is, yep. Oops, sorry. We'll get ODE out of the way. Okay, yeah, and since it says it's a stiff nib, that makes sense. Or firm. Okay. Well, good. I don't think I've used that brand. Okay, yeah, Firme was oops, which pen was that? I gotta figure out which one it was again. The one that looks, oh, this one. Yeah, so it could be an Inoxcrom because that's a brand I know of and would buy. I'm gonna have to look at my records, see what that is. But anyway, lots of good stuff here coming up. Let me move this out of my way. Knock something over. I'm going to show you. I think I'm out of things to show you. Chris Rapp 52 sent me this as a pen holder. Unfortunately, my desk tips, so he has to keep his tail toward me, and then he can stay upright and hold my pens with his tail. Like this. So you've seen that on some of my videos. Jeez. Another thing Chris Rapp, I'll show you that Chris Rapp 52 sent me a long time ago was this. So this is a rubber band that I guess they put on lobsters to keep them from nipping at you with their claws, but it's gotten, he's suggested using it for pulling out nibs and sections and things, but it's gotten old, so I need to figure out where I can find one, or just use something else rubbery to grab with. So I'll have to look for what I did with the. I wonder if I didn't just put it with my other Parkers, that Parker Victory. That's what I did with it. Okay, just gonna put all these back and we'll continue here. One thing I've learned about myself is if I don't put things away, then they don't get put away, and then they get lost. Okay. I don't have another channel where I record repairing pens. I do it on this channel. I just haven't done it in a while. Honestly, I made a discovery this summer that I need these because I was getting so I couldn't see to repair them. And so I kind of gave up on it for a while because I was really struggling. So these have totally changed my life. I can see stuff again. I've been reading my paper books again. Like I went a long period of time where all my reading was done on an e-reader because I could make the font big enough to read. And I was struggling at school because, teaching electronics, and I can't even see the holes that are on the breadboard. And it wasn't fun. And so I am teaching electronics right now, and it's going wonderfully as long as I remember to keep these around. But they're just cheap reading glasses. So, as soon as I look up, everything's blurry. But for the close stuff, they're awesome. It's age. I'm 48, and as you age, you tend to get farsighted, and that's what I am. Okay, ODE uses a inner rubber tube for that. Oh, good idea. Yes. So expect some probably after Science Olympiad season is over, but do expect me to do some pen videos soon, pen repair videos. I actually, so it was our retiring VOAG teacher who showed me these. So these are just safety glasses that are kind of bifocal style. That's what she uses in her shop, although she is now retired, like I said. And not real wonderful for reading in, but then I could start to see things. And eventually I figured out that, okay, bite the bullet, buy some cheap reading glasses. I do keep at my desk just for emergencies. I do keep a $3 pair. Um, but I've slowly upgraded. I've got a nice pair of school. I've got this nice pair. This is my nicest pair because I wear it the most often. I have a pair by my bed and I have a pair in the car. And then one or two cheapies floating around just in case. And these, if I ever have to go in the shop, I guess. Okay, yeah, it comes for us all. I don't want to be like my parents, and I'm not. My parents both started wearing glasses when they were just kids, so I've avoided that. Let's turn off the light and flip myself around here because I am staring into a bright light, and you're looking at my chest. All right, so let's move the computer over now. So it's easier for me to read the screen and look at you all at the same time. And let's turn this so I'm not underexposed. There we go. Okay, so got a little bit longer. I started doing, I've watched a few Hemingway Jones's live streams, and he likes to aim for an hour, and that seems like a good length of time for me. But I started out with this talking about decluttering and editing a collection of pens. There were a few comments in the chat about that. I don't think, as somebody said, you shouldn't feel ashamed of your hobbies, and I don't. I am perfectly happy with it. It just you can have too much of a good thing, and then you lose track of your favorites, and then you're like, whoa, where'd this pen come from? I don't remember this one. This is amazing. So I want to just again make it clear. Hey, welcome, TJ Archivist. I just want to make it clear. I'm not saying there should be any shame. There's no such thing as a perfect size. And I think there's a big difference between a pen collector and a pen hoarder. Hoarding is where there's no order to it. You can't find it. It interferes with your life. Some collections are way more than I would ever do. Where the collection, they have beer cans, maybe in every room, all on shelves. That's their decoration. I know somebody who does that. Just the top, instead of like a crown molding, they have a shelf for beer cans, and no two beer cans are the same. I think that's a lot of beer, but that's beside the point. But that's their collection. Not for me, and they display it, like I said, in every room in their house. Not me. I like my pens in that set of wooden boxes. Some people would be like, really, 10 is the perfect collection. Or 2 pens that you use daily. We all have that different size. I kind of enjoy being able to pull out, oh, look, here's a Czechoslovakian pen, which I do realize Czechoslovakia no longer exists, but they did. And they made pens. They were called Centro Pen. Now they're made in the Czech Republic, and not to the same quality. But I kind of enjoy that bit as history. I have, a lot of slide rules, actually. I'd like to find a way to display them. The spring, after I get the house paid off, who knows what'll happen. I'll feel like I have more money probably, and maybe do something crazy one year before I retire. I have more typewriters than anybody needs. I'm not averse to getting 1 or 2 more. more books than you can imagine because I read a lot, except for that brief time when my eyes were failing me. But we're good out there. And yeah, you've seen this year I've done a lot more revisits and rodeos because I haven't been buying as many pens. Again, part of that has to do with that. I'm so close to having the house paid off. I want it done, and it's going to be several years early. So anyway, but yes, that's another part of it. The perfect pen is out there, and I mean the Lamy 2000 is trying, but it's not it. I really like this rainbow pen that I'm keeping a mystery for now. Not as a daily writer, but as a very cool looking piece to have. I just keep looking, and I think anybody who collects anything knows that. And part of collecting is to display what you like. Like I have a lot of books to give away or sell at a used bookstore. You know, these are books. Okay, I will probably never read that again. So why keep it? And there is such a thing as a library, which now that I've discovered these, I've been making much more use of. And it's really limited in my small town. Because there was a book today I said, I want to read that. Let's see if the library has it. Nope. Yeah, and I don't have any HP calculators, but I do have at school, I use a very old 1975 Ti 30. And here at home, I have one, but the buttons are stickier. So, and I have one I haven't gotten to work yet because it turns out it has a battery pack in it. So I got to do some soldering to get a 9-volt battery connector in it. By coincidence, that's what I have. In fact, right here, whoops, I just knocked over my squirrel. Oh, okay, let's see if I can do this without causing a mess. So don't judge, that's the air conditioner. It's too heavy to take downstairs. I'll drop it. But this is my one that I keep right here behind the desk. And one of these days, I'll have to do a video on it. It's very nice Underwood SX from 1956. I have the Smith Corona that you've seen a video on, Smith Corona Silent Super. I have that Groma Calibri. Underwood SX. Oh, my really old Underwood typewriter that I'm still fixing. That doesn't work. Where was I? Oh, just responded to that. Yeah, Aurora 88, I like a lot. I have 2 modern ones and 2 old ones. Yeah, how to proceed. I have started with just, okay, this is a pen I don't really use. That's actually how Pens in Use got its start, is I just kept saying, well, I should do a record of what inks and pens I'm using, and it blossomed into a weekly show. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Finances definitely need to be in order to do that. But yeah, it's just kind of a human thing we collect. Some people collect rocks. Some people collect dolls. I shouldn't say all of us, but a lot of us collect stuff. I'm no minimalist. I'll never be a minimalist. I like my small house. But yeah, I'm never going to be a minimalist. Okay, the mystery Aurora 888. I feel like I should know what that is, but it's a mystery to me. Yeah, the cap broke. That is one of the things with old pens is sometimes parts break. And they're impossible to replace. So I don't have a good suggestion because I've never had to deal with that. The breaks I have done were so permanent that there was no hope of fixing them. I keep one of those as a reminder in with my to be repaired stuff because it just shattered. But depending on how it broke or where it broke, it's possible you'd be able to glue it, but I would go somewhere like Richard Binder to see what they suggest. Because some of these old celluloids, like if you use super glue on them, they will start on fire. And I'm not joking. So be a little cautious about that. That's why I said research it first. And I am probably not the best person to ask. Okay. So anyway, apparently the Aurora 888 mystery pen is quite a nice pen. Let me just grab a quick drink of water. If you didn't hear it, the furnace just kicked on because it's not super cold out there, but on the colder side. Ouch. Yeah, I have done that. I actually have a typewriter sitting on the floor in the living room right now that I bought purely for parts for the old typewriter. It is smashed and unfixable, but the parts I want are the same, and it's in this 1960s body as they are in the 1910 body. So I am just going to do some transplanting. I think this summer, though, when it's warmer and I can do some stuff outside, because I want to use some mineral spirits and stuff that I'm just not going to do indoors. See, that's the kind of passion we have for our pens. We love some of them. And, the day I dropped my beloved Lamy nib first on the floor, I was sick all day. I just, no. You just get really in love with them. Oh, okay. I know what pen that is. Now I got you. So anyway, it has been about an hour. So I want to thank you all for showing up. Like I said, I'm going to try to make this a monthly thing. And I think I missed February, but I was also in the middle of Science Olympiad stuff. So I got State Science Olympiad coming up April 20th. So I'll be in Fargo that day. So don't expect a live stream that day. Or the next day, because I'll probably be tired from getting back to my town that's 6 hours away from Fargo. Probably about midnight. But anyway, I will do one. It won't be over Easter, because I'm trying to do one a month, and it'll still be March in Easter. We'll get one in there somewhere, and I'll try to come up with a better topic. Although I think editing a collection is a good topic. It just, I didn't come really well prepared for this. I'll tell you all a secret. I just found out today that on Netflix, The Three Body Problem has been released. Now, I've read all the books. I have watched the Chinese version of the show. Now there's the Netflix show, which has a lot fewer Chinese people in it, but be that as it may. I was looking at the clock and thinking, oh, shoot, I got to do a live stream. Can I just forget and keep watching this? So I may go back and watch another episode of The Three Body Problem. Then I do have to do some school stuff, which we won't talk about. But anyway, yeah, so that was my morning. I watched The Three Body Problem. No, I didn't. So maybe what I need to do is organize them, write it down, and my collar keeps flipping up. I need to write it down, organize it, and then come better prepared. Like I said, the Three Body Problem kind of took over my morning. But yeah, the just curating is finding what you love and what you don't love, don't use. Some of the pens in my collection I keep purely for. Here's an example of this. Like I've got an old Kaweco Dia that in the piston turning knob, there's a little pin, and whatever holds the pin broke, so I can't turn the piston turning knob anymore. Sadly, there was ink in it at the time, so it is now dried in there, but that's great. But anyway, I'm keeping it because it's a unique example of how that model has evolved. So I will think of some things like that, come up with some good examples, write them down, and maybe we'll do a part 2 on this next month. Yeah, life this winter has been not going along with YouTube for me. So I after April 20th, sky's the limit, but till April 20th, we'll see. No, that's fine. The conversation is part of the fun of doing these live streams. That's why I like doing them. And glad you had fun. Yeah, so one of these days, because I can actually bring people into this, other people. So one of these days, maybe I need to figure out how to do that, have somebody else on here to talk to live. So if anybody has any ideas, let me know. Probably down in the comments because I'm about to hang up here. But anyway, thank you all. We got to a peak of 30 viewers and 27 right now. So thank you for attending this meeting of the Badlands Pen Club. And I will declare this meeting closed. Thank you all for watching. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.